Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second day of the 2022 Professional Career Forum and Virtual Job Fair. My name is Margaret Han, and I am the VP of the Canada-China Economic Trade Culture Exchange Promotion Alliance, so the CCEA. It is my great pleasure to be your host today together with Emily Gu, the General Secretary of Canadian Chinese Finance Association, CCFA. So whether you are a first-year student looking for a summer intern or a fourth year trying to land your dream full-time job, or even hunting for a PEY position, or you are a new immigrant transit to find another career path, I think this is the opportunity for you, our event. So we all know the job hunting can be very, very tough, especially during the pandemic. So for the employee as well, so it is hard for you to find the perfect candidate to put into your recruiting pipeline. It is even harder than ever has been. So therefore, the Confederation of Chinese Alumni Association, CCAA, Canada-China Economic Trade Culture Exchange Promotion Alliance, CCEA, and Chinese Professional Association of Canada, CPAC, together with Canadian Chinese Finance Association, Association of Chinese Senior IT Professionals, Chinese Project Management Professional Association of Canada, North American Chinese Society of Automotive Engineers of Canada, the Canadian Chinese Professional Accountant Association of Ontario chapters worked so hard together to organize this 3-day career forum and virtual job fair to offer us a great platform to empower our students and young professionals to discover available career paths, prepare for the next steps, and provide their great opportunities to connect and apply. So thank you very much for taking your precious time to join us today, and to welcome everyone to our virtual career forum and the job fair. So before we get into the main body, there are just a few house rules I need to announce before we start. So during the event, for the quality and smooth of the progress, unless you are our guest speakers, you will be muted. But don't worry, you are able to communicate with the chat box at the bottom of your screen. So please feel free to use them if you have any questions. We will make sure in the panel discussion and in the breakout room and our Q&A session, our guest speaker or the employers will have the opportunity to address your question. And if you have other issues, maybe a technical issue or general questions, you could use the chat box available. And we have the technical support staff member monitoring all the time, and we will help. So we're going to do our best here to hope for there's no technical issues. And I think with this kind of the rule clear, we can get started here. And I also want all of us to know this event will be recorded, and all the information and employers' contact information will be shared out on the CCAA's website and our WeChat groups after the event. So if you can stay the whole time or you want to share the information with others, don't worry. We will make this information can be shared more widely. So just stay tuned. And this is a 3-day free admission virtual career fair, and we will present an exciting lineup of very great speakers and employers in different fields. We will provide a good opportunity for the employers to seek the potential high quality future employees through this forum. And we have the keynote speaker, we have the company showcase, we have the virtual meeting with attendees in the breakout room. So yesterday is the first day when we kick up very successfully, focusing on the engineer, IT, public service, and startup company. And today is the second day, and we will focus on finance, bank, engineering, and IT. And we will have a very, very special panel. So today's panel featured women in fintech. So we will have the women in fintech panel discussion right after the breakout room. And the last day, so tomorrow on the day 3, we will cover accounting, PMP, and offer the networking with various professional association. And we're so glad to have at least 27 companies and institutions with hundreds of opening opportunities to join us for this job fair. And we also have professional leaders, students, and new graduate students from universities, young professions, new immigrant across North America. And I just heard that there is one audience even from Japan. So, and also the parents and the multicultural media friends coming today. So thank you so much. This event is not only to helping the candidate to land a job, we also like to create a professional networking platform. We aiming to continue bring this exciting opportunities to all of us. So please seize the moment to lean in for your career opportunities. And here is today's agenda. So after my introduction, we will invite our organizing committee representative to address the opening remarks, and followed by the keynote speeches delivered by Jenny Kling from the Equitable Bank and Mr. Liu Singh from the BMO Financial Group. After that, you could access to individual breakout room created for each recruitment employers to dig out more detailed information, to have more direct interactions with them. And then please come back for our panel discussion featured Women in FinTech. And we have the Q&A session at end. So let us welcome Mr. Bill Ye, the chairman of the Confederation of the Chinese Alumni Association, CCA, to address the opening remarks. Bill?
Thank you, Han-Xiao. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session. This is our second day. Welcome to this exciting career forum and the job fair session organized by 3 organizations and 5 co-organizations, as Han-Xiao mentioned. So as a nonprofit organization, we not only want to help our alumni members, we also want to help the local Chinese community and also extend help to the whole community in Canada. I hope the new graduates, immigrants can make Canada a better place to live. So this free admission online event will present an exciting lineup of the speakers, employers, and here I'm greatly appreciate our employers can take their time to showcase the company profile and the job opportunity. And this is a platform for employers to collaborate and seek the potential high quality future employee. So I hope everyone can enjoy this on the second day event, and thank you very much. Yeah, back to Han-Xiao.
Thank you so much, Bill, and thank you so much for the CCA's great effort to make today's event come true. And let's just put our hands together to welcome Mr. Chen Zeng, the Executive President of the Canada-China Economic Trade Culture Exchange Promotion Alliance, CCEA, to deliver his opening address.
Thank you, Han-Xiao. Dear distinguished guests and friends, welcome to 2022 Professional Career Forum and Virtual Job Fair. On behalf of Canada-China Economic Trade and Culture Exchange Promotion Alliance, CCEA, and our team, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all participants, companies, and associations, and our speakers for your great vision, super leadership, and valuable time provided for this event. Without your contributions and real job opportunity provided to here, you will not have a great and solid opportunity for our young university students, recent graduates, and new immigrants. This will have a profound impact for them, especially during this challenging pandemic time. As an international student before, I had gone through job search as well as recently my son co-op job hunting process. I know the difficulty to find the first #1 job, good job, professionally and quickly. Therefore, I think this event try to help create a platform to connect the employee and student directly. And I really appreciate all of your support to contribute to help our young generations to contribute to this success. And I will also take this opportunity to thank our 3 organizations, 5 co-organizers, teams for your hard work to bring so many reputable companies together. They are top industry speakers yesterday, fantastic speakers, panel discussions, very inspiring messages coming out to the teams. I really looking forward to this more excellent message coming out to our audience. Together, I think we will build a good foundation for the future and for Canada's economy, as well as for young generations. And also, I would like to take this to thank all our job seekers to attend this event. It's a valuable event, and I hope you can benefit from it and take this opportunity to interact with our employers, hiring managers, and experts. This is the good opportunity for you to get connect, get informed, and also keep alert for future opportunity. Finally, I wish all 3 days event complete success and good luck for company as well as for our job seekers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Mr. Zheng and the CCEA for organizing this very meaningful event. And I know there are many day and nights you and our team to put on in this event that is truly the spirit of the giving back to community and to unite everyone that we can, and the true volunteerism. I think that is the beauty of Canada. So thank you so much. And now let's just give the warmest welcome to Mr. T. Wong, the chairman of Chinese Professional Association of Canada, CPAC, to address a few words with us. T.
Thank you, guests, friends, and students. Thank you all for participating in today's event. We know that the pandemic has put us a very difficult situation where we have to face. But after more than 2 years, right? We realize that Canada needs more jobs, needs a stronger economy, and we need to build a better society. So that's why we're gathering here today, to help our students. CPAC, that's where I'm coming from, has over 30 years history to help new immigrants, particularly for the foreign trained professionals. But at this time, we are so happy to work with other community members and other associations to table this event for our students in this particular situation. We deeply appreciate that the help from all the employers, participants, and also we hope that our students can grab this opportunity in this, as they said, that very difficult to find a job now. So and we had a very good and a successful event yesterday, and I anticipate that we're going to continue to have the one today and tomorrow. And we wish that this will help our community and help everyone. Thank you. Back to Hanxiang.
Thank you, Mr. Wong, and thank you for the CPAC's effort to put all together, make this excellent opportunity for the job seeker and also for the employers. And we hope that we could present this great platform to all the people, all the community, because we can work when we are working together, we are stronger. And now let's get ready for our keynote speeches. And we know that currently we are collectively dealing with the impact of the rapid changes, including globalization, technological advance, or in a very different type of economy and the job market. It feels to many that this is utterly chaos, and it is easy to get discouraged and feel overwhelmed. But we must learn how to possess the ability to adapt, to survive, or even think about to thrive. So here we are. We are so honored to have our first guest speaker, the keynote from Ms. Janet Lin. She is the VP of the Lending and Payment Technology from Equitable Bank, and she is a truly amazing woman. She is a visionary leader with a passion in technology, in innovation, people, and diversity and inclusion. So with 20 years of experience in digital transformation, technology strategy, software development, portfolio management, business and customer engaged, and cloud transformation. We're so looking forward to her insight on what you will need to thrive in this frightening, fast-changing world. So please join me to welcome Janet. The floor is all yours. Hello, Jenny.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jenna Ling. My pronouns are she and her. I'm super delighted to present you the keynote speech at 2022 Professional Career Development Forum. First, I'd like to share you a journey of myself. I'm a mom. I enjoy music. I play badminton, and I enjoy food around the world. I'm also many other roles. I'm an innovator. I'm a disruptor. I'm a diversity advocate. I'm a mentor, a career coach, entrepreneur advisor. I'm a passionate networker and a connector of people with opportunities. I came to Canada 22 years ago as an international student, like many of you. I went to University of New Brunswick, studied computer science. I started my career at Loblaw 16 years ago as a developer. I moved into many other roles to learn and explore. I led many payment industry breaking records, the launch of PC MasterCard World Elite, Apple Pay, the launch of first open wallet in North America, Yugo Wallet. I created a digital banking framework and a digital banking cloud strategy. I spent 12 years in the banking and the payment space, did every possible technical roles, starting from a developer to the head of a banking technology division. 3 years ago, I took on the opportunity to lead all consumer-facing engagement technology at Loblaw and Shoppers. I built multiple digital products for retail, beauty, healthcare, pharmacy, and loyalty business, including the most trusted loyalty program in Canada, PC Optimum, that has 18 million of Canadian loyalty members. Recently, I decided to challenge myself again. I joined Equitable Bank, Canada's challenger bank, to innovate and disrupt Canadians' banking and payment industry again. I was also incredibly honored to be recognized by WXN, Women's Executive Network, as the top 100 most powerful women in Canada in 2021. That reminds me every day that I now have more responsibility to help others who needs the help. Women, newcomers, new immigrants, new grads, to help them to launch a successful career in this country. The world has changed. Pandemic has changed the way of people's living, working, social life, and their priorities in the last 2 years, more than any of us can imagine. Industry trends are hugely driven by human behaviors, building on emerging technologies. Understanding human desire change are crucial to determine what are the market trends. The pandemic has hugely accelerated the global digital transformation across many industries. There are 3 major industry trends I would like to share with you. Number 1, Canadian has an increased desire of online e-commerce shopping and digital financial services. Canadians want to order online and to be delivered to their homes whenever and wherever needed. Canadians don't want to go to bank branches. They are moving to digital banks to avoid personal interactions and long waiting time. As a result, many e-commerce and digital banks tripled their business volume during the pandemic. I was part of launch of multiple e-commerce platforms during the pandemic, including the PC Chef meal delivery solutions, the specialty healthcare online e-commerce, and our most loved Asian grocery brand in Canada, T&T e-commerce. The second industry trend I wanted to share with you is Canadians and global customer has a huge increase of healthcare needs. They care a lot about their physical and mental health well-being. 70% of Canadians feel different levels of stress and anxieties. Canadians want to relax and want to talk to healthcare experts without going to a hospital or clinic in person. Technology is increasingly merging with healthcare to keep up with industry needs. I was part of launch of digital product at Shoppers that provides healthcare services, PC Health, which connects Canadians with healthcare providers, doctors, nurses, helping Canadians achieve their health goals with health journeys. And it also offers a marketplace where Canadians can purchase health and wellness related products. This type of health digital products removes a lot of barriers that customers face and Canadians face when it comes to accessing healthcare. The third industry trend I wanted to share is AI, artificial intelligence. When we talk about data, collecting data, using of data alone is no longer the answer for companies trying to grow during the pandemic. Instead, companies can find growth by creating the right data strategy, leadership, and processes. How to use data to know the customers, how to use data analytics to predict customer behavior and determine the future business model becomes super important. Customer data becomes our biggest assets as the business rethink the business models around customers, which requires a confluence of innovative technology, talented people to activate that technology, and new process to scale that impact. Since the pandemic, Canadians want to be safe. They want to be taken care of, and business need to offer the convenience in a very innovative way to Canadians by addressing their rapid changing desires. So I shared about 3 industry trends during this rapid changing world. Canadians and global customers have changed their behaviors. The business have rapidly evolving their business models. The employers are also changing their workplace culture, their recruiting strategy, and global talent strategy. Now, let's talk about you. What are you adopting as a job seeker in this rapidly changing world? How do you get mentally prepared to launch a successful career during this challenging time? Here are my 3 advices I would like you to take away. The first one is stay curious. Continue to learn and keep up with the new technologies and always forward thinking. If things are not challenging, the growth won't come. Choose to challenge yourself. When there's conviction, there's capacity. Keep yourself updated with the latest industry trends. If you are new grad, you may think that you just learned the latest technology from school, but that's not going to carry you for too long. Industry keep evolving. The only way to keep it up is to continue recharging yourself during your career. In my 20+ years of career here, I never stop learning every single day. Whether if it's a new technology, a new product, a new business model, delivery methodology, or even customer behavior. Learning that keeps me energized and motivated every day. Stay curious can also mean to be open-minded. Be open-minded for opportunities, listen to advices, and don't put yourself in a box. Remember, nobody else can put you in a box except yourself. The second advice I would like to share is to take actions. It sounds so easy, take actions, but it's not easy to do. When you have a great idea, go do it. An idea is just an idea if you don't take any actions. Sometimes people ask questions and I ask myself the question, did I gain the seat at the table because I'm a woman or because of my background? Maybe at a time when I got the seat, but I definitely took actions and produced high performance outcome to gain the respect, to stay at the table. So stop talking and start to take some actions. The third piece of advice I would like to share is to be confident and be resilient, which means believing in yourself, that you will bring your unique value to the table, that you deserve a seat at a table, no matter the gender, the color, the cultural experience you have, and be resilient. It is okay to fail, but it's super important to learn from failures and not to make the same mistake again. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is actually part of it. When you triple fail, get it up, learn from it, and run again. If there's one thing I would like you to take away from my speech today, that is, the world is rapidly changing. Now it is the best time to equip yourself with the right skills and mindset to embrace the challenges, launch a successful career. Remember, stay curious, take actions, be confident, believe in yourself. Now it is your turn to take actions and make that happen. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Janet, for your great sharing of exciting trends and opportunity, as well as the great advice. And we know we can't stop the tide from rolling, so things change and we need to be malleable and move with the flow. So with the changes come opportunities, as you said, if we are open to it. And there is always opportunity, but we have to be bold and ready to seize the moment and the chance to succeed. So as you said, it is time to action. So anyone, if you are interested in landing a good job in financial sectors, strongly recommend to access the break room of the Equitable Bank and join us, the Women in FinTech panel discussion. We could work together to help forge a gender equal world in FinTech and other field as well. So while we are celebrating all our great, amazing panelist achievement, and we are increasing the visibility. So we are calling out equality and opportunity for our female younger generation. So for Janet, and we wish you all the best to find your Mr. or Miss Right here from our event to work together to pursue the more amazing career opportunity at Equitable Bank. Thank you so much. And today we said our focus is on the banking, on the financial, on the technology part. And we know the banking and technology industry is growing very rapidly and with so much potential in these sectors. Ambitious candidates like you are beginning to consider not only to land a job, but also how to have a successful career in the banking environment. So our next guest speaker, our keynote speaker is Mr. Leo Singh. He is the Managing Director of the Digital Core and API Technology from the BMO Financial Group. Mr. Singh is a technology leader specialized in the data analytics and cloud with over 15 years of experience, repeatedly recognized for the top performance through the fast track promotion and selection for mission critical initiative. So as a specialist both in banking and technology, I think he is the perfect one to give you or give us the answer. Please give the warmest welcome to Leo to share his journey at BMO and his insight in the banking and technology with us today. So the floor is yours. Hi, Leo.
Thank you. So hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leo Singh, and I'm currently the Managing Director of Digital and API Technology at BMO Financial Group. I'm very excited to be part of the event today and extremely honored for the opportunity to have the next 10 to 15 minutes of your time to share my career journey. I really hope my experience can inspire those in the audience today for a career in finance, banking, engineering, and IT. So since I was young, I always found satisfaction in creating and building things, be it with Lego or plastic model. In high school, I attended my first full class in computer science, which taught about programming and web development. This taught me how to build and create with code. And I was immediately hooked and starting developing websites and simple games. From that point on, I knew that software development is what I wanted to study at university. So at high school, I went and studied at University of Waterloo, majoring in computer science. So after graduation, I got a job as a developer for a global IT consulting firm, which gave me the opportunity to travel and work many different companies across the different industries, each with different business problems to solve. That few years of experience have been very valuable. I continue to expand my technical knowledge and develop other soft skills such as problem solving, communication, and time management. It also gave me a very different perspective about the IT industry. I saw that technology is driving change in almost every major industry. Clients and companies that I work with, from large to small, from public to private sector, all are investing heavily in technology to grow and drive change. This gave me a strong reassurance and belief that choice back in high school to be a developer was right, and I should continue to develop my career in IT. After working as an IT consultant for a few years, I felt it's time for change. I was going into different stage in life. I got married, I was planning for kids. I was searching for a company that I can see myself working there for the next at least 5-10 years or beyond. A company that I can build my career at with many opportunities and different paths to explore. I was exploring different opportunities. I talked to a few friends that worked at BMO at the time. They were all sharing the great experience and enjoyment of working there. They liked the culture and the people. So with the consistent feedback I received, I decided to give it a try and start a new chapter of my life at BMO. I joined BMO back in 2011 as a senior developer within the capital market technology group. I was responsible for the application used by back office to process trades and many opportunities to work directly with business users. To be effective at my job, I had to gain capital market business knowledge very quickly. My manager and colleagues were very open and helpful in sharing information and knowledge. There were also many learning sessions for employees on capital market related knowledge that was given by experienced professional finance. This was the first time I've experienced BMO's strong knowledge sharing culture, and how BMO really invests in the employees and empower them to deliver success. In this role, I had the opportunity to see how banking and capital market work firsthand. I had the chance to be on the BMO trading floor and saw traders in action, which was pretty amazing and unique experience. In BMO, employees are constantly given support and opportunities to grow. After some time in capital market technology team, I joined another team within BMO. I was given an expanded role as a lead developer in the enterprise technology team. This team is a horizontal team that focuses on developing technology to support all lines of business within the bank. This was an excellent opportunity for me to further expand my knowledge in more areas of banking, and also gain experience in building enterprise scale solutions using the latest technology. When I started this role, an enterprise technology transformation program to advance our firm's data and analytic capability was started. I remember at the start of that program, the business and technology executives hosted meetings directly with everyone involved to explain the visions, goals, targets, and ambition, and answer questions from everyone. This provided very clear direction and clarity on what we needed to deliver as a group. This demonstrated BMO focus on strategic clarity and alignment at all levels. My team was responsible for building the next generation enterprise data warehouse and analytic platform. I was responsible for the design and leading the implementation. Within a few months, after many hard work and collaborations, my team and I successfully designed and implemented the data warehouse foundation and made it ready for data ingestions and consumptions. As of today, the data warehouse continues to be one of BMO's core and most critical technology components. It is widely adopted and depended on by all BMO line of business for all data and analytic needs. It positively changed the way BMO leverages data and set the foundation for advanced analytic adoption in the upcoming years. The creation of this data warehouse is a great innovative achievement of my career, and is also one of my proud moments in BMO. Through my time as a lead developer within the enterprise technology team, I came to realize that I really enjoy leading a team of people to deliver something great. So with the support and coaching of my manager, I was given more opportunities to lead execution of different projects to gain people management and leadership experience. Eventually, I was promoted to be the manager of the enterprise data analytic technology team. In a few years after, I continued to work on different business critical technology initiatives within BMO. I continued to mature my skills, experience. I leveraged the BMO career planning process to plan my career goals and objectives. I wanted to keep expanding my management and leadership capability to advance my career in technology leadership. I was supported by constant and transparent input and feedback from my manager during performance discussion, along with advice from other BMO leaders and many BMO trainings, such as the Leadership Development Program. Through support of my team, my manager, and BMO, I was able to take on progressively more impactful role within the organization. In my last role, I led the enterprise data analytic and robotics technology portfolio within BMO, working with a large team of very talented colleagues to deliver hundreds of data and AI initiatives within the bank annually. In my current role, as Managing Director of Digital and API Technology, I work with the team to develop innovative digital and API solutions on cloud for a line of business and customers. We drive advancement in API, open banking, cloud capabilities, strategies, and adoption with BMO in the industry. In my 11 years so far with BMO, there were many challenging and exciting business problems I was involved in solving. There are many opportunities to grow existing knowledge and new skills. There are many people that met and relationship that built inside and outside of the bank. There's so many proud moments and great achievements. BMO continuously provide me with the opportunity and a platform for me to do what I love, to create and build, to create solutions to business problems with the latest technology, and to help others in my organization to build and grow a career. I'm very proud to be part of BMO. BMO is a leading bank driven by a single purpose, which is to boldly grow the good in business and life. Everywhere we do business, we focus on building, investing, transforming how we work to drive performance, continue growing the good. We focus on practicing a winning culture that is driven by alignment, empowerment, and recognition. We're going digital first for speed, efficiency, and skill. We strive for world-class flying loyalty and growth. We're actively looking for talented people to join our growing team with many exciting opportunities to solve complex business problems and implement industry-changing technology solutions. So come join us and build your career with BMO. Before I finish, I wanted to share a few advice of my own for people seeking a job in BMO, IT, or the banking industry. First, be authentic and embrace every opportunity to learn new things. Second, if you're not feeling uncomfortable, you're probably not growing. Third, be curious and never shy away from asking why things done a certain way and challenge the status quo. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you so much, Leo, and thank you so much for sharing your own great experience and career advice for us. And thanks so much for the great support and the participation of the BMO. And banking, we know it is a very, very exciting industry, and it is all changing with technology now. So companies are not only just beginning to understand the potential of these sectors, just as you introduced, which is also means that they are looking for the candidates who are knowledgeable, who are confident about the future of the banking. So anyone, if you are interested in BMO, welcome to stay and access to their breakout room later. I know they bring the HR here, they have the opening, and my husband works in BMO, so I probably here have a little bit better say to say that the BMO is a really good employment, that the place that you could work for. So strongly recommend. And don't forget to attend our panel discussion of the Women in FinTech moderated by Ms. Emily Gu from the CCFA after the breakout room. Okay, so next I will hand over to Mr. Zheng Chen, the Executive President of the CCEA, to show us or introduce us how to access the company's presentation, the company's showcase breakout room, and how it works. Okay, so hand over to Mr. Zheng.
Okay, thank you, Han Xiao. This is the list of the companies we have happy to have. Very glad to present to you. So their logo already shows some company already presented yesterday event, and some will be in tomorrow's association site. Okay.
Okay, I think we get everyone back to the main room. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today, and thanks to the organizer again for having me as the facilitator to this Women in FinTech panel discussion. I'm Emily Gu. I'm the Secretary General from Canadian Chinese Finance Association and PIA, a private investment advisor from TD Wealth. Personally, I had 24 years international experience with financial services, which can be coded as Fin, but I did not really expose to tech. Why women in tech important? Let me share with you a small story that the first airbag had been invented, designed and produced because it was only tested by the tall man, a male. And the first batch of product almost killed women and children. So the story simply tells women's involvement is the key of business success. So I am very excited today to spend 1 hour with 6 incredible women in FinTech who join us as panel. I will use this 1 hour as a great opportunity to learn and to explore how I could fit for a future FinTech job, maybe. I wish you feel the same. I also hope our session will provide a sound ground for young women and young generations here who is curious about the FinTech job to be more prepared with confidence to start career in Canada. I was here yesterday to see a fabulous panel discussion and interaction. I will expect the same today. There will be a question and answer by end of the session. Feel free to submit your question to the chat board. Our volunteer will help collect the question and ask on your behalf. All right, without further delay, let's introduce our honor panel. So we have Janet Ling as a keynote speaker, you know already, VP Lending and Payment Technology, Equitable Bank. Janet brought more than 15 years experience with Loblaw, President's Choice Financial for customer engagement technology. And she was awarded as Canada Top 100 Most Powerful Women in 2021. And we have 2 ladies from BMO Financial Group. Grace Chen, Managing Director, Head of Application Architecture, with 20 years plus IT consulting, technology solution leading, and software engineering and architecture in Big 5 banks. And we have Maggie Wen, Managing Director, Digital Core Platform and API, with 12 years in BMO, covering customer data, enterprises data master, and deep learning. We also had Xuan Zhang, Senior IT Developer from TD Wealth Technology, 20 years plus with IBM, RBC, and TD as a software developer. She owns US patents. And we have Jun Zhang, co-founded her own company, Dawn Infotech, since 1997, with 20 years software developing and project management experience. And we have Maggie Guo, another Maggie, Head of Merchants Relations Marketing from SnapPay and Snaply, the famous startup, with near 10 years experience on the e-commerce and expertise in digital marketing. So welcome, ladies. We will get to know them more and better soon after the question kicked off. So ladies, I would like to have your answers sweet but brief because we have a lot to cover today. Okay, so first question to all of you. please turn on your microphone, your mic. So tell us in maybe 2 or 3 sentences, what was your dream job as a child or teenager? Because I know I had thought to be a kindergarten teacher when I was young, but I became a banker. I doubt you were really think of being a fintech professional at the beginning. Maybe let me ask, come to June first. So how and when do you get started in tech area? And when do you found your own company? June. June, can you?
Yeah, unmute. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Emily. Actually, so when did I actually had the idea? I wanted to be an IT person. Actually, when I was in the bachelor degree for my last year thesis study. So everybody had to have a topic in order to be graduated from the bachelor degree. So my major was mechanical engineer. So we were mainly trying to see how could we module a better way to make the knife, the surface to be more sharpened. So at that time, my professor told us, in order to do that, Japanese has the best technology. You have to do software. So in that time, the idea was already injected to me.
Oh, great.
Mhm.
And I guess maybe Maggie Gore has a different thing to share, because what leads you to a startup tech knowledge? Maybe will be
Sure.
different from a business owner perspective.
Of course.
Maggie.
Thank you so much for having me today. And actually, I'm just like a new bird in the fintech industry. Before that, I was doing lots of marketing and e-commerce and also fundraising stuff. But actually, by the outbreak of the pandemic starts, I see that a lot of small business owners and merchants are closing down their business. That is really, really sad for me, because those are the places that we store our memories. And then this was the places that we build up our community. So as a payment industry is such a hot industry right now, lots of hot topic like open banking, real-time settlement has coming in. So Snaply, as a new rapid growing startup, we would like to provide our digital wallet services to not only Canadian, but also hopefully to North Americans, and then to help the merchant, to build up their business again. So that's the reason why I'm entering the fintech industry now. Hopefully it's not too late for me.
Never too late. That's really amazing. So now I'm going to ask to BMO lady, Grace first, then Maggie. When and why did you choose technology as your career pursuit?
I go first, Maggie, maybe allow me. Actually, I did not dream to be a technologist. When I was in high school, I dreamed to be a lawyer. The reason I ended up with the computer science program, because the high school yearly every year they offer some direct entry into the university. I was ranked behind another girl, and she grabbed the one admission opportunity to law school. Then I thought, okay, I couldn't get in. Then when I applied for the majors, I was very good at the STEM. So then naturally at the time, computer science becomes a very hot topic, like majors. I picked that. But honestly, I disliked this subject in my entire undergraduate 4 years in the school, and I don't feel I like it. What made me a very different decision is when I graduated from the university, I had a lot of job opportunities in front of me. I could be a sales for the high-tech company, IBM, has a sales role, and I could be a consultant role. I can be other kind of marketing role or something. But finally, I made a decision to myself. I want to go back to the basic. I want to be a I don't want to waste the 4 years. It's a very treasured time in my life. I want to apply the skills and the knowledge I gained from university, give myself an opportunity. I told myself, try it 1 year or two. If it does not work out for me, then it's still young. I still can switch to other career and path. So then I started. I really like what I heard from Maggie Gu, and she mentioned that the reason why drive her to pursue the Snapply start a company is she wants to solve some business problem. Her passion was really very much linked with the real problem. He want to get this society better. That's the same reason. When I started my career, I found I'm type of person. I have my passion trying to solve a real business problem. And actually the skill I gained from technology and computer science did arm me very well. Trying at the time, right? Online banking and e-commerce was very hot. And I found I was able to help the business advance and to adopt the high tech and a new generation and help the society better. So that's actually, I tried. And in 1 year or two, I found I'm still like the work I'm doing. And then I continue a career path to be where I am.
I'm sure you won't regret for your choice. And
Okay,
how about you?
Yeah. Okay. How do I get into the technology as a career? So technology is a natural career choice for me since I grew up. I grew up in the family is that both parents, academic family, so both parents teaching university, and for focus on areas of EE or microeconomic, electronics. So for me, the whole I grow up surrounding the family, the school, the focus on STEM. I enjoyed it in the school time. So it's naturally to pick one of those major when I apply to university. At that time, it's interesting, computer science just picking up. And you have a very nice air-conditioned computer lab to get access working on computers on something very cool. It's chosen. So up till the last year or third year of your university, I didn't realize I really enjoy computer science that much. I worked on a project to design the designs in CAD designer editor. So produce a graph design software and eventually actually purchased by some company. It was so much fun. The first time I realized how much the software development eventually come to a real use for product. So after graduating, I worked for bank, especially these days, and seeing the technology evolution and the supporting the bank transformation. I don't regret for a day. It's so much fun, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Yeah, that's
Right.
That's my short story getting to the IT industry.
Yeah, happy to having that kind of information. I think, Xuan, as you actually start with IBM, what was makes you step in financial industry eventually?
Yeah, mine is actually it's mainly by chance. So when I study a totally different subject in China because my parents want me to, but that's not the subject I really like. So when I immigrant to Canada and have my first child, I kind of thinking, have to thinking very serious about, what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life, because it's an opportunity for me to start all over again. So at the time, one person kind of suggests CS to me, say, oh, this is easy. He say, that guy's graduated from engineering. Then engineering people tend to think computer science is easy. So, okay, look at those girls in computer science. They still have time to do makeup. So I said, okay, it's a good excuse, but I give it a try. So when my first child was 6 months old, I went back to, I go to U of T to take one CS course. I still remember it's CSC 148, supposed to be a pretty hard course. It's the one you get to get your admission to the CS program. So I find that's actually the things I really like. And I find I'm very good at this. Even it's a hard course, I don't have the background, I still do very well. So I thought, okay, maybe I just get a CS degree from U of T. So that's what I did. And after that, after I graduate, I worked for IBM Toronto Lab. I worked there for almost 20 years. I really enjoy it. I get to do a different project, not fintech related. We're doing lots of tooling, development tooling there. And then one of my manager actually moved to RBC. He's a senior director there. So they happen to have a big data lake, enterprise big data lake project. So he asked me to see if I want to join. At the time, seems to be that's the pretty hot topic. And then I kind of thinking, oh, maybe I should give it a try. So that's why I left IBM to join a banking industry. And then I work in finance IT in RBC, and then I work for wealth management in technology in RBC, and then recently I moved to TD. So that's the how I moved to IT. Actually, whatever the guy told me, it's not true. So when I study in U of T, and then with the little baby on the side to take care of, I definitely have no time to do makeup. Yeah, that's about me.
But I heard that the manager you had is make a very important role in your career, stepping in financial industry. That's good to know. Janet,
now is a VP in the Labra and then the Shoppers Drug Mart technology. I don't know if Janet actually know him. His name is Kushal. He's not sure. Is I think an Indian guy, I guess. He's very.
I know him.
He must be a very inspiring role model. That's why you are follow the leader. So Janet, we heard your inspiration story during the keynote. I want to ask, did you ever struggle being a tech lady for that many years?
You mean me?
Janet.
Oh, Janet. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Shan. We'll hear from you later.
Thanks.
So it's actually very interesting. Before you ask the question, how did I get into fintech? I've actually never thought about it. I want to break that into two parts. I want to break that into fin and tech. I have been always passionate about fin because I know my first job was in Bank of China. I actually built the mortgage policy for Bank of China 20 years ago. Then I came to Canada. I studied computer science as my second degree. And the reason I choose computer science, to be very honest and transparent to all of you, is because it required less talk. As I was new to here, we have all the same challenges and barriers of language and culture and communication. So I thought, okay, it doesn't require that intensive talking as the business course. Let me take that computer science. But my heart is still with fin. Okay, so after I graduate, I came to Toronto, and my first job in Toronto was a developer job, but in PC Financial. So I built a whole online MasterCard application. And my heart tells me that, well, I'm not a geek. I'm not enjoying like coding forever. So my passion is how I can leveraging technology to help the business solving business problems. So like I was chatting with Emily last week about my interesting combination of the business background, the passion of me solving business problem, but leveraging the technology foundation I have built in North America. So it's a weird combination, but it actually makes sense to me now.
Thank you. So being in this IT software engineering so many years with a lot of you sharing the milestone, I think I got the message, never too late, just try if there's an interest. But just, I mean, to my mind, did you guys get bored like every day doing the similar thing? Maybe I ask Grace first. What motivates you every day?
Oh, that's actually quite interesting. This morning, I had a one-to-one meeting with one of my team member, and he has been BMO for a long period of time, be the enterprise architect's role for more than 10 years. And he came up to me and says, Grace, I'm bored. Exactly same question, said, I'm bored. I need your advices and tell me from your career perspective, like career path, how do you go over? Have you ever been bored? First, that's his question. Second is, how did you go over this kind of the challenges in your career? And then I look back at the many years I've gone through, and I told him the answer is, I think I was lucky. Every time when I got into this zone, I'm bored. I'm really good at what I'm doing, but I'm bored. Then there always be something triggered and triggered me changing my career and a career path, like moving into a different role or apply for a new company, a new things. Or sometimes, most of the times, a recruiter reach out to me just right at that time. So then pretty much every years I would change the role, change the focus, and still in IT. I'm IT. I'm starting from my graduate from the school until now, where I'm always working in the technology space. But technology, this is so big. This area is so big. You can go from the web development to the engineering network. You can go from the software development to product delivery. They are so big. There are endless opportunities, and I will be very surprised if somebody feel they're bored by technology. So there always something. Then you know what? The answers, I explained everything to my team member, and the answer to him is one sentence. I said, you need to get out of your comfort zone. The reason why you are bored is because you repeat yourself in your enterprise architect's role, and you felt you repeat yourself. The only thing make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, maybe that's an opportunity for you to start feeling gain new skill and not feel bored at all. Instead of be criticizing or complaining discomfortable with something, maybe you should celebrate because you got yourself your comfort zone and you gain some new experience, new skills. And he listened, just in the morning, he listened, he said, that is a very good advice. Then I hope he received this in a constructive feedback, and maybe I share this feedback to this forum as well. And I just let you know, I will be very surprised if people say I'm bored by technology. It should not be. I hand it back to you.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure about Maggie when your
Yes.
colleague on BMO. Do you share the same inspiration as?
I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I don't know if my video is on. I just somehow it's.
You're on.
I'm on. I just couldn't see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not bored. I tell you why I'm not bored. So the banking industry, BMO is the oldest bank in Canada. It has over 200 years banking in financial service. A lot of assets in this field, but it's under major transformation to digitize all the product and service and offerings. There's huge amount of opportunity. We're in the midst of migrating our digital assets from on-prem to cloud and continue to further advance that. Maggie Gu was talking about open banking API. That's part of things we're doing, and there's among many other things. So, as a part of, has it an opportunity to be part of this huge transformation of the banking industry, and the positive impact to the business is phenomenal. So, we're not bored at all. So we're very, very busy.
Do you think really your everyday motivation is because of the passion or of this big interest in this tech world?
For sure. Yeah. So BMO has this 5-year strategic goal. It's called Ambition 2025. So as part of the digital transformation, we're part of this. Provide enterprise solution. We're a big part of this. Yeah, we're very busy. Things are exciting, and there's a lot of things to learn. And because you don't stay still, that's why you don't get bored. You get tired because a lot of work. That's why we're trying to attract more talent to join us on this journey together.
Yeah, good to know. I mean, really, we will be inspired by your passion. And also, I think with the passion, interest, or sometimes maybe money driven all along, you will also see challenge along the way. So I'm going to ask Maggie Guo, another Maggie, in the startup business, the perspective for the motivation, can you share with us a little bit, and also the challenge you are facing? We heard a lot of good things, nice things, but what are the challenges?
Sure. First of all, we're probably going to share some opportunity that we're having now, and then we'll talk about the challenges. How does that sound?
Okay, good news first.
So I would like to share about more information about how payment habits has been changed during the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. So from a research that I studied, I saw there's more than 8 in 10 customers saying their payment habit has been changed since the start of the pandemic. And within that amount of customers, 59% were trying to using a new payment method for the very first time. So with that being said, Snapply, as one of the digital wallet provider, are emerging as the most popular payment method during the COVID-19 pandemic. And overall, 32% of global customers are using digital wallets more frequently than prior to the outbreak of the pandemic. And also there's another good news is that it is now easier than ever for merchants, for small business owners to integrate into the payment platform and access to a huge range of the payment method using one connection. As we read from the news recently that Apple Pay were doing that as well. So I think that is a huge answers, all those kind of credit card organizations, they have been monopoly players in the payment industry for more than 60 years. And then gladly now the major new players, since like Payment Canada and all the major banks are doing open banking and real-time settlements. So that makes a lot of impossible things to be possible in the future. And let's say the merchants are paying 1.5% offline processing fee up to 2.5% online processing fee, the payment processing fee. But with open banking and real-time settlement and also the digital wallets, we can change a lot of things. And that is the opportunity and challenge we're facing right now. And we're very excited to step into it to see what's gonna happen next.
That sounds great. I mean, always the challenge along with the opportunities. And Janet, let me come back to you. So when you mentioned also the rapidly changing words in your keynote, I would like to hear from your views, what you see the challenge and maybe changes post-pandemic.
I feel the challenge.
Yeah, well, where do you see a specific challenge post-pandemic in this like rapidly changing world?
Yeah, I feel actually the challenge is how to attract global talent, like from an employer perspective. The business is going to slowly recover, right? We see the first half of the pandemic, the retail business going 3 times. Then the second half of the pandemic, the healthcare business and the financial services all going, starting to recover. And as we move along, the travel business, the entertainment business will also catching up. However, one thing will not go back is the way that all employers expect to work, right? Like all of us, we have all proven that remote working in the large enterprise has been effective, in some way more effective. And then how the question to employers and the job market and the global talent pool is how each of the company creating their employee value proposition to attract the global talent pool, right? At the end of the day, people is the core. Customer, employees are the core of the success of any business. So that's going to be a major challenge. I see in the middle of the pandemic, a lot of the enterprise started to mobilize, talking about global talent transformation. And, I don't think there's an answer yet. Each of the company are still evolving, addressing, and, whoever provides the flexibility, provides the employee value proposition, and attract the talent is going to be the winner.
That's indeed the challenge we are facing, also the opportunity. I think that's the reason we offer this kind of job fair and acquire a lot of talents here, not only for new graduates, but also for the experienced, maybe looking for a new opportunity in the market. So I'm going to come down to a real challenge for a women in fintech. I promise that the question probably will bring to a certain extent, but just feel comfortable to answer that. So is gender issue a real challenge in the fintech for a woman? So people says women in fintech will actually first close the gender gap in career. Does women need to act like a man to be successful in tech? That is a question always bother me. Maybe I ask Shen, because I know that you were with IBM for many years. Maybe you want to share a little bit your surviving story from IBM. Do you need to work harder than a male developer? Shen? We can't hear you. Shen? Okay.
Honestly, I did not feel any disadvantage when I was actually working as 20 plus years. That's what I was a little bit afraid when I just switched into this career, because they thought, oh, this could be, you're a woman. And also when you're getting older, like for example, you're 40 or 45, you just basically have no chance because this is an industry for young people. Actually, I did not feel like that at all, because the company I work with, they're always very nice to the female employee, and then they always support you if you want to really want to move up. So, for example, if I want to move up into a management role or something, I probably even get a fast path than probably my male counterpart. So I really don't feel like it. But for me, honestly, I don't feel that way, but I did, this is just advice for people in the tech industry is you have to, if you're not in a management kind of role, if you want to stay with the technical side, you always have to spend lots of time, no matter the woman or man. You have to, whatever the project you're working on, you have to spend lots of time to look into it, the detail, to understand every single aspect of it. And then and then when you move to a new project, that's probably more exciting, that you have lots of new things to learn and a new code to look at. At the time you ask lots of questions, and that's the time you are allowed to ask stupid questions. So I would suggest every time, you do your due diligence to understand everything, and that will give you a very good foundations of whatever the feature you're supposed to implement, and doing the design and the implementation well.
Thank you.
That's and then I don't think you need to be a man to do your work well. as long as you're like a very, you have very logical thinking, and you're very good at logical thinking, and then you are, you like to do the problem solving. So you're okay. You don't need to be a math genius to be a good software engineer. You probably need to learn a lot of math when you're in school, but in the real work, I don't think you need to be, you know, that great in the math. You just need to be very, very logical, and then you just need to know how to solve the problem. Yeah, that's
Thank you,
yeah.
Grace, let me ask you, do you need to behave like a man to be a female leader in the banking industry?
Never. I think in reality, my observation, first thing is like the subject in technology is depends on your brain intelligence and on your EQ and the science. It's not about your muscle. This is the career path. It does not need major gender differences. In the fact, I think the most private in the private segment, gender differences is not the focus when you want to move up in your career path. And in reality, I have some statistics showing that according to an analysis of some kind of CEO behaviors and depends on 360 degree of the views, actually the analysis done by 2019. It says women, in the fact, is outscored than men among 17 of 19 capabilities. That differentiate excellent leaders from the average for two, like average or two poor ones. That's the statement. Basically, the research showing women actually has a better leadership skills than men. So that is the this is the industry research. It's quite interesting. So then I think the mindset is it does not limit women to think about, oh, I couldn't pursue the same job ladder the other gentleman is doing. In the fact, I'm quite sensitive to the statement that you need to behave like a man. I personally digest think it's stereotype. It basically implies the man is a superior gender in the society. And I think this should be correct, because if we talk about like this, actually it's a wrong message to be delivered, especially for today's young generations on the couch. I think first thing is don't put a limit on yourself. It's absolutely competency is the focus and differentiate you from the other competitors to move up your career path. Yeah, but there is definitely some interesting evidences is in the top 500, Fortune 500 and S&P top 500 CEOs, right? Only 4.9% are women CEO. Although we talk about women actually had a better leadership, but the evidence is showing there are less women are pursuing higher senior executive role. That is the evidence. So there are some, if we open this topic, maybe we will kill the rest of the time, but that actually is a fact. I think we all need to work hard, and especially for the new graduates, we should fix that problem. Because the research is showing women has a better leadership than men. Sorry, I don't try to be offensive to Leo.
No, of course. We actually, I think I can't agree more. This is kind of bears we have, and when we overcome such kind of challenge or broken barriers, overcome hurdles, and we will be receive reward and credits. That's probably the reason Janet was awarded as one of the top 100 powerful women in Canada. So we usually use that kind of word to describe men, or we now I think that's women can be equipped as much as force and strength as men. So June, I think I need to come to you now. So you should be very powerful too. With building your own business, how do you show muscle in your daily routine, balance the business relation and your family? Do you manage with what kind of important leaderships do you in attack self-owned business as a woman leader? June.
Thank you, Emily, for the questions. Actually, I would like to see is there are two things. to be a woman, you could be a mother, and you could be, you know, you also are working. And during the work, you know, everybody has a work. And how could we balance the work and also your family as well as your leisure? One thing is you must like your job. So first of all, it's really the job I like. Since I was in China, like I said, I wanted to be to do computer science, although I was in mechanical engineer. And secondly, I love to see all the tellers when they were working in front of the bank. So that was my dream job when I was at university at the first year in China. So after I came to Canada, so I had the opportunity to learn computer science since that was my dream. And also my first co-op was my dream job. I was looking forward to work in the bank. So I was lucky enough to be selected as a co-op to work in the bank. So since then, I was working in the bank as a developer. I started my major. So after I graduated, I worked in the bank. I work in the Canada Trust and also Scotiabank. Mainly after that, what could lead to me is I did notice there was a bridge, mainly for our Chinese people who were really looking for a job and couldn't find a job in the market because of the boss who were hiring did not understand us well. So the boss couldn't find the people. So from that point of view, I started my business to help both sides. I love just talk to people, and because I understand the technology, and also I could talk to our country followers. So I have been started with this business. Our people are helped many of our country followers and to build their career with different banks. So our banks are our client mainly are Scotiabank and the Bank of Montreal and Royal Bank as well, and as well as Ontario Teachers Pension Plan and the Globe and Mail and Ellison Don and plus other and also Ontario government. So basically, in order to help all the different clients, definitely the work is a lot. We needed to learn. We built up a big team. Recruiting team basically knows what our client needs in terms of the bank IT field. And we trained very well with a big team to help all the daily changes. We see the demanding by the market to see all the, you know, the bosses who are being coming from like Grace from Scotia, BMO, and also Xuan from TD, and Ecobank Janet, as well as Maggie from BMO. All the technologists, we are seeing your changes in a different angle. So we are really working with you all based on the needs. We are helping you to find the most suitable talents in the short time. So balance, we train our team as well as we need to work hard, we need to work on time. We also need to develop our hobby and doing exercise. So this is what my suggestion, being a woman to do any kind of a job, I would just say you must choose the job you like. And also, regardless you like the job or not, you have to do it well. And then the second opinion is you need to get exercise and build a hobby which you like me, I do running, as well as I play ping pong. Lots of people know me, although I did not play well, but I love it. And also hiking. And so my another hobby, which is not generally people see that's a hobby, talking to people. So I learn a lot from different people's needs, so I can help in both ways.
Thank you, Jill.
So this is a great opportunity to share my experiences. So we do hire a lot of people for different banks. Yeah.
Thank you, June. I do think you did demonstrate a strong communication and leadership here. Thanks for sharing. And can I ask Maggie, what are the leadership skills in IT department is required as a woman leader?
As a woman, I think it's just scratch as a woman, as a leader in the IT for bank. I think it's really we look at it from people, technology, process. So that's where we work with. For people, we constantly have to, through the hiring, retain, grow the people, and also provide support to the team, and also create a learning organization. Things are changing fast, and not a single alone people should know everything, would know everything. So we also should allow people to learn from each other, learn from the job, also learn from the mistake, and provide that environment of support, allow them to continue to evolve. I personally learn a lot from my team. I definitely benefit, I enjoy this. And also for the process, for the enterprise solution, especially support banking industry, typically involves quite a bit, understand the existing capability, asset, and mechanism, and allow the complex integration to be delivered. So help the team to navigate through those processes and provide the things that is already there so they don't have to struggle, and help unblock those. In the large company, there's a lot of things that as a leader should help the team to unblock or guide through it. And from technology side, continue to evolve ourselves, right? And just as I mentioned, a learning organization will keep us not stay still, keep people engaged, more interest, and people feel they learn something, they advance themselves. And also, very important, all of these support business ability to deliver what they need. So I think as a leader, just to need to work with people, people, technology, and processes.
That's great. And I think learning is actually a kind of driver for myself. And today, I think we learn from each other, even in this panel. I would like to open my last question on my list to all panelists here to invite you share your last advice. Use just simple quote, one line, for the best advice you could ever to tell the young woman or young generation. Maybe we go with Maggie Guo first.
Okay, sure. My one line is keep up 1% growth every single day. So let's say what would be gonna happen by the end of the day if we improve only 1% per day? That is 1.01 to the 365 powers. That is 38 times a year. The improvement is impressive. And it seems like a small percentage, right? Only 1%, but it will have an incredible effect if it lasts.
Thank you. Then I always like you two Maggie together. So Maggie Wan, what is your last advice to the young generation?
I think for a young generation, get into the workforce, always work hard. You want to leave always looking at a positive impact to whatever you do. And you want this to be part of your brand and your reputation, because once built up, you want to grow in this, in your career. This is a very important steps. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And Shen, what do you think you should let the young women or young generation need to know to consider tech as the career option? Just one quote.
So I would say when you're young, you try to you try different road and responsibility. Try to find out, try different, like if you got opportunity, try different kind of project to see which one gets excite you the most. And this way you can know like what's your career path is going to choose. Like you're either stay just pure tech, or you want to go to like a people manager or project manager, or you want to bring the gap between the business and technology, the BA. So once you find out what's really exciting you, you can really help you for your career development, right? You can only work well for the things you are really interested in. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you, Sean. And June, what is your like one advice to the young generation for them to grow their career in tech?
Well, I think the best way is they have to take searching the job as a big job for them. Before they really enter to any field, they do some kind of research and compare, and what are the available jobs for you, and based on what you know, and then you can develop, to think what could be my opportunity to try, and go try in the market and look for the job that you are interested and you're learned, and you will get there for sure. But you have to put your first step out.
Thank you, June. And so Grace and Janet, Grace first. So how is what is the last advice today to the juniors with this like remote working environment?
Yeah, so when the pandemic started, everybody be forced to working from home. I think earlier Janet already mentioned post-pandemic means we are going to working remotely. In many companies, going to be forever, and all maybe hybrid work format. As a senior, I personally did not feel a disadvantage of that. Actually, I'm very appreciate. I actually shortened my commute time. I would be able to spend more time on work. Then I actually gained a lot of hours back to do personal exercises. But I feel it's very challenging for youngs, for new generation, for new employees who just entering into the workforce. I think that there's some advices I could give. First thing is, I think if possible, please ask the company and your manager design a very clearly delineated mentor, because the mentor can be manager, can be someone else. The reason is you need to build some kind of long-term relationship with somebody who give you a very straight advices, coaching you step by step. Secondly is trying to participate, or even yourself can help the organization to organize some virtual gatherings. This can be gaming and can be the virtual escape room, because this actually get you connected with your peers. And yearly networking is the most challenging things to youngs. As a senior, I'm very comfortable with it because I'm already built my network in the industry. And I joined the BMO during the pandemic. As of today, I have never seen all my team members in person yet. We're all working remotely. I'm very comfortable with this format, and I was able to continue to lead the team. But I know for people who has not built certain skills, they are challenging. So, but you could get something and trying to set something with gaming and book club, try to get you connected with some other peers. Another thing is maybe right now I think the Ontario we are opening, so you possibly can find some opportunity to go outside and trying to offline or gathering, meeting people in person. That actually can be organized. Of course, have to be safe, stay safe, right? Another thing actually I found is very important, not only apply for youngs to working remotely, is seek advices and seek experienced people's advices in a timely fashion. You know what? Psychologically, people like to be asked for an opinion. Take that advantage of this. It's you finish the job and you just ask the question, how do I done on this task? Is that what you are looking for? Do you have other thoughts? Can you give me some advices? And what's your comments on the work I've done? If you immediately send out something, seek those advices from seniors or your managers, you'll naturally get more advices from others. And then it's also very important to build a bonding networking with some people. I hope those kind of advices and basic breaking through 4 steps help our young generations more adaptive into this virtual working environment, especially in technology. I think most of job opportunities right now offer at least a hybrid working mode, and maybe half-half, and sometimes maybe 100% working remotely. So I hope this advice can be helpful.
That's really indeed useful and helpful. And Jeanette, as last piece of the advice from you, what will be your message to the junior for the remote working environment?
Yeah, so stats shows the difference between women and men is when men apply for a job, they apply for the job when they feel they are 25% qualified, and when women apply, it's 120%. So I think my advice to young women when you're entering a career, that don't be confident, don't underestimate yourself, and ask for help. And a lot of us, we don't realize that people are willing to help, but it's a matter of all of us asking for help. So, and don't be afraid of failure, as I mentioned earlier, that, you know, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. So keep trying different things. You're young, you're in your earlier career, continue to try different things and building up your profile towards the success.
Thank you, Jeanette. All
I want
right.
to add one more thing.
Yeah.
Grace mentioned earlier that out of the 500 top companies, there are only 4.5% that's women CEO. And as I know, out of the 4.5%, there's only 1% that's woman of color CEO in the global 500. So that gives us a lot of opportunity to continue to improve.
True, that will be a kind of like flag we will pull in our career path. So in respect to the time, I think we will leave the ground for just one best question. I think Xiaoxing, are you there? Xiaoxing is our volunteer to collect questions. Do you have a great best question from our audience there to raise on behalf of them?
Hello, every speakers. I don't have any questions for the attendance currently, but I have one question from you for you all. I'm a reporter by myself, so I'm quite gossip. Let me ask a funny question. How do you utilize your mindset from your fintech work into finding a partner in your real life? Is it quite gossip?
Really... Okay, who will be volunteer to take this up? Anyone from the floor? I think probably I would like you. I would like to cue Grace.
I guess you need a great insight about how to choose one.
I'm okay.
Is there any other voice or any comments from the rest of the panel, like Maggie Guo? You have any idea, suggestion to our volunteer?
Maybe I can try. I think the key is finding a partner in life or the partner in work they share similar points, such as do we have the common goals? Do we share the common interests? Let's say if we all work really hard in work, what are we gonna do, after work or after overtime work? We can go for like snowboarding, we can go for like motorcycle rides. I think we need to have those kind of time to enjoy life. And as long as we find a partner who can share those kind of time pressure or the relaxing time together, they'll be awesome.
Thank you. I think Maggie, and thank you for Xiaoxing as well. That's really a question from a female, a woman. So at the beginning, if you remember, I have a story about airbag. So my ending with another short story with Apple. The first Apple phone, there's actually no front-facing camera. I guess the male designer was never thinking of doing a selfie. So this story tells that men and women together makes the world better. So today, for most of women and men pursuing their tech career, the perception of whether I'm kind of person who fits in tech or not become a huge part of why the industry faces diversity drought. We as a society need to assert early on that the tech world is everyone's tech, everyone's world, and there's something for everyone to pursue and explore. And there's a role model out there. So today we see 6 women role models from banking, tech department, self-owned mature tech company, and from startup tech company share their experience, different perspective, their understanding with market insights, and a lot more on their journey to become whom they are today. We should be telling younger generation of women and men, tech or non-tech, who want to explore a future in interest, go and chase it. It doesn't matter whether you start. All matters is that's your passion. It's something you are interested in, and how you learn is really matter. So just go and start. We should always stay an open mind, be fearless. Great insights and sharing today. Thanks again to our intelligent and inspiring panel. Thank you for having me here. Thank all the audience. Let me hand back to Master Margaret Han.
Thank you so much, Emily, to bring together the 6 bright and brave female leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators in the fintech, and from the startups to the big corporations. So I really, really appreciate that this panel have offered the strong peer support, increase the confidence to the younger, and even for me, I think, and raise the gender equality awareness, improve our future talent pipeline. And also, I would like to, on behalf of our organizing committee, to thank so much for all the panelists, Janet, Grace, June, Maggie Guo, and Maggie Wang, and Xuan. So to address the gap between our work environment and our vision for a fully diverse, inclusive, and collaborative culture, and promote the development and advance for the women in fintech. And I believe what you share today is not only applied in fintech, it can also be applied in the engineer, in many other field as well. And we know across the fintech industry, women are underrepresented in the companies that you work for, both for the leadership and also for the general employee level. So especially in the technology and the product roles. So we hope that all our effort and your sharing can lead us to explore more industry dynamics and highlight the opportunity that we can to explore. No matter it is in the fintech company, the big company, or entrepreneurs, small companies. And I think it's probably, especially the great inspiring sharing from the Dawn Infotech and the startup pitch for the women-led fintech company, maybe can open a new investment channels for the business to making an impact in the industry, because right now we are advocate for the ESG investment. So I think that is probably a new feature. So we're really, really looking forward for many, many great, exciting opportunities. So no matter, just as Emily said, no matter you are a girl or boy, so gender shouldn't be an issue, shouldn't be a barrier. And what kind of the race, what kind of the background, and should not be a barrier for us to make the impossible possible. Okay, so thank you very much for all the great panelists. And today we also have 2 more guest speakers to join us in the Q&A session. So I'm not sure whether Mr. Neil McCurry from the KeyShop Automotive and also the Sir Matt Romo from the Toronto Police Service is still here. So if you are, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I think I checked Neil haven't arrived yet, and Matt said his network connection have problem, so he temporarily dropped. I don't know when he will come back. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any questions, I can be in place of Neil to answer the questions related to the Kershaw Automotive. If anyone you have questions, I can answer.
Okay, yeah. So we'll probably first start from Kershaw. I know you are a supplier for the automotive industry, not making car yourself. So, but you're still a very, very global player in this field. I know you have customers in Europe, in Asia, in North America, and you have a long history. I checked about the history about the past 300 years. So now with the thousands of employees and 27 production plants in 11 countries, and even in Canada, even in Toronto, we have 2 plants. So I know Neil is from Aurora plants, but you have another one in North York. So how about tells us more about the Kirchhoff?
Okay, yeah, very good question. So basically, Kirchhoff, as I explained in the breakout room, we have 27 facilities across globally. And North America side, we have Aurora, we have 1, and then North America, we have 1. And we have 6 facilities in US and 2 now in Mexico City. So we have been developed very well. And in the past near 30 years in North America, we have grown now nearly 1 billion companies in sales in North America only, including Kirchhoff Germany, Europe, as well as Kirchhoff China. It's near 2 billion company. So we are tier 1 full service automotive suppliers, and recently we have been doing very well even in the pandemic. So we are, like in the last year, we have been nearly doubled our sales compared to 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And we're looking for a lot of talented people to join, especially young engineers to join our company. So if you are interested in automotive, in design, manufacturing, and research, technology development, implementations, welcome to on board. Thank you.
And so how about your personal experience? Because it is really nice. We have some people who actually works in the Kirchhoff. So from your personal experience, and can you share us more about what's the feeling working in Kirchhoff? What's the company's culture?
That's a very good questions. And I would say that myself, I starting from University 2002 and 4 when I starting with projects with this company previous called Wenlob Inc. Master thesis projects on the welding, spot welding side, sensing automation, process optimization, and then I get into the company in 2004 before I graduated and as a full-time employee. And since then I've been staying in the company nearly 18 years, and you can know it's growing very fast at the time from spot welding. Later we turn into MIG welding, laser welding, then sensing detections, and then we go to forming and CNC bending. So myself, I would say I have been involved a lot of technology development, implementation. So one time, I think the heaviest travel in 2012 is 1/3 of my time is on the road. So travel all different plants, because at the time there's one CEO coming on board, your R&D managers, you must travel to the plant to help continue improvement all the plants operations and showing your technology know-how and solve the issues at the floor. So that's why I am myself, I would say I'm very appreciate the company give me the opportunities, and I developed my skill set along the way. Learning a lot, contribute a lot. That's why I'm here, still 18 years here, but never know what will happen not tomorrow. But at least I feel that I'm very comfortable on the work I do. At least I'm an R&D manager at a company. Lots of time we are being asked by the customer, what's your new technology you have? You can showcase, including our internal engineering manager and sales director. Okay, what you can bring on the table? Let me to show to the customer. So very amazing work the team have done and contribute success. And we are becoming a winner #1. We even beating our competitors. That's the biggest proud of things that I think I would like to mention. The other one is technology implementation. So we 3D scanner, the one also developed from the university, the Ryerson and the UT, and we load out to 26 3D scanner cell implementation in the production floor. Every year scanning over 100 million features every single year on the production cells. So that's amazing things that we can do and we can contribute. And I'm looking for the young talents to join company as well. In my department, I have 12 people, and half of them is coming from universities, co-op internship. So if they are demonstrating your capabilities and the teamwork spirit and your leadership, we would like you to become part of the team. Thank you.
Sounds really exciting and good. And I think there's no better advocates for the key shop except Mr. Zhang. So anyone who are interested, I know he is a really good even a mentor for the younger generation, and he is have a good big heart to help. So whenever who are interested to enter the sector, even though it may be a little bit, you think it is a little bit far away for you to graduate or to get a job, but maybe you could try to get an internship or the PEY, other kind of the co-op positions to try. Maybe it is your thing, or you could switch to other directions. You will never know. And the key shop have a lot of the different fields that you could try. So don't waste the opportunity. Don't hesitate to ask for help, to reach out for the people that definitely could help you. And so thanks. Now we have all the panelists still with us, and our keynote speaker, I noticed that you're still with us. So is that possible? We could turn on our camera and we could ask our staff to take the snapshot to picture, group picture for us to memorize really, really meaningful events we hold in the 2020.
Yeah, please,
So
everyone, you turn on your cameras.
Yeah,
and
our
we'd like to take
panelists,
a
our
group
keynote
photo.
speaker, our organizing committee members, our volunteers, anyone who want to join this meaningful group picture, please turn on your camera and smile. And we made this.
Okay, get it ready. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, more. Give me 1 second. Okay, I've taken the second screenshot, second page. Okay, third page. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you all. And before we go, is there any questions from our audience that you want to raise? Just you can raise your hand and let us know then, or just type in the chat box. Someone asking about how many employees currently in Kirchhoff. So do you have the number?
Oh, yeah. Canadian side, we are roughly about 1,000. In North America side, roughly about 4,000. Globally, right now, it's about 8,000. Yeah. North America, we have a half side of the company size. Yeah.
And how many opening?
That's a good question. If we are for manufacturing engineering, it's always opening. I can show you one of the slides. Give me 1 second. We have a lot of opening on the CME side, especially the next couple of years. We will have a big launch of a few new projects we just awarded in terms of business award. So I think in the next 2 or 3 years will be a lot of positions opening. So you keep watching on us, and let me show you the current available position we are opening. Give me 1 second. Let me share the screen.
Yes, while Mr. Zheng is sharing, is that we do have the job opening informations shared, will be posted in the CCAA's website, so people can check it out. It is all authorized by the recruiter cooperated with us this time.
Yeah, thank you. I think several BMO we already posted inside the group. Okay, we have a manufacturing basically all year long. We are always looking for this position and the tooling. Really, if you are experienced tooling guys, and please contact us. We are looking for you. Really not easy to find an experienced one, but for young guys, we would like to start from some training, and hopefully we can get on board quickly.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. And we even have set up 5 large, now it's more than 5, but from 5 sectors WeChat group. So if you are using WeChat, if you're not, I strongly recommend you should use. Otherwise, you probably miss a lot of information. So WeChat didn't pay me, but I have to advocate for them. So we do have 5 sectors WeChat, professional WeChat groups set up, and we will share the informations from this virtual fair. And also tomorrow, we will have invited all the co-organizers, the professional organizers, to come join us. So they will share their information, how to network, give you a lot of the great information, how to get in or land in the job, and also have a very successful professional career in different sectors. For example, we have the Canadian Chinese Finance Association, CCFA, which is Emily is there. So they have over 20 years history to serving for Canadian Chinese financial communities. And we have Association of Chinese Senior IT Professionals. So anyone who have interest or want to seek the opportunities, join the IT. And we have the Chinese Project Management Professional Association of Canada. Right now, every project, every company needs project management talents. So join them to find out where you could start off. And we have North American Chinese Society of Automotive Engineers. Mr. Zhang there, Thomas Lee is there. They have tons of the opportunity and experience to share. And the last but not least is the Canadian Chinese Professional Accountant Association, Ontario chapter. They have invited the CPA chapter of Ontario. So the key player in this field to share how to get the CPA qualification and how to have a successful and well-paid accountant job in Canada. So don't miss tomorrow's events. Still start at 2 to 5. We will promise you won't get, we will promise that you won't, we won't let you down. Okay, so if there is no questions more, then it is time to say goodbye to everyone. And again, we have a very, very good time today. And thank you thanks everyone. And thanks for all the organizing committee members and volunteers who have worked out all the logistics to make this fantastic event possible. And they have put the event together so efficient and really continue to impress and inspire me. On behalf of all the attendants, I want to give the big thanks to all of you. And if possible, I can give you the big hug to everyone. And let's looking forward to tomorrow's session.
Perfect timing. Thank you.
Someone asking about the TPS, so Toronto Police Service, is that we did have the Toronto Police Service session today, earlier breakout, and I don't know whether you have missed it. And yesterday we have them as our guest speaker. So after the event, we will sure to post up all the information in the video of the conference, but feel free to check on their website. I have checked on their website, very, very clear what kind of the qualification they are expected, what is the application procedure, recruitment procedure, the expectation of that. I know it is highly competitive, but you won't know that you will probably, if you try, there is a chance to win a really, really good, well-paid positions. But we will pass on the care or the curious. If you have a very specific question, you can leave there. You can just type in the chat box, and we could forward to the TPS and maybe to find someone suitable to answer you. Okay.
Okay, I also send out my emails here. I have connect to the mass. So if you have questions, you can send my email and I will keep you connected with him directly.
Yeah, so
okay.
Thank you for supporting us and stay to here. Don't underestimate the importance of the who you know in the professional spaces. So this is a really, really great time to know each other, to connect with each other. And, you know, in the industry or I think in any kind of the Canadian professional field is that you probably sometimes need a reference letter, need someone to back up on you. So that is the beauty of the professional network. So it can even help you to find a mentor to guide you through the first few years of your career. I think in the panel, a lot of the great panelists have shared their personal experience. So be sure to look up your calendar and come tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow at 2. Thank you, everyone. And have a very, very great evening. See you.